A companion app, a Lorcana Tournament, starter deck contents, and a look at new foils. The second part of the exclusive pre-release event in Berlin had everything. In July 2023, Ravensburger, Germany held an exclusive pre-release event in Berlin, Germany. This was a two-part event. For the first half, Lorcana designers, the creative director, and a Lorcana artist gave attendees an inside look at the development of the game. We covered part 1 during a previous video. If you missed it, make sure you check it out. Link below in the description. For the second part of the event, attendees had to sign away their voices, and by that, we mean sign an NDA. Well, now the NDA has been lifted. We talked with some of the attendees about their experience, and honestly, it was pretty incredible. First, the Lorcana Germany team gave attendees a look at the brand new Lorcana companion app. The app is broken down into 4 sections. The first section is focused on Lorcana news and updates. The second section is a comprehensive card list. Artem of Lorcania.com described it like this.
So you have all the cards, the collection of all the cards that we have. You can sort them, you can filter them, and what is really cool, you can see how the cards looks with the foilings.
That's right. You can see what each card looks like in normal and foil.
Click on any card and get it on the screen in a big view. You can swivel your phone and it is the foiling that is like giving you the impression that it's moving in the light. So this is very neat, and yeah, you can enjoy all the art and the foiling where they put a lot of effort into.
Another important feature, it's deck building. It's pretty simple, it's straightforward, but still you will be able, to build the deck inside the companion app, and you can carry it together with you. You can get all the cards, you can also do some basic filtering, and it has very nice icons when you have several inks. Those inks like showing only the halves combined into one icon, so it looks really awesome.
The final section contains rulings, rule changes, and erratas. This is designed to be a central location for the Ravensburger team to communicate with players about the latest updates to the rules. Oh, yes, and the app has a lore tracker as well. After revealing the app, Ravensburger had another surprise for attendees: a 3 Swiss round tournament, the first ever official Lorcana tournament. Attendees were provided 2 starter decks each, but they didn't have to play a deck as they received it. They were allowed to make a specific modification.
They told to us that we can combine any 2 inks basically to create a deck. When you combine inks, you might have not proportional amount of cards. So I had the deck with 53 cards and 11 uninkables, which bite me, a little bit. But some people had 60 plus decks, again, depending which color did you mix.
Knowing that this was the format, we asked Martin, who went 3-0 and actually won the tournament, about what inks he chose for his deck and why.
Inks that I combined, it was Ruby for the good curve and the Amethyst for the card draw. Amethyst was a obvious choice. We have card draw in it. There are 3 friends on the other side and 2 Maleficent in it. And that's like very good cards for this limited card pool where there are only a few rares and mostly commons and uncommons. And the Ruby got a nice curve, some evasive minions, like 3 Pongos. That seemed very, very nice. Now, this was the general idea in the selection of the inks. And yeah.
But knowing that he went 3-0 and took the day, we wanted to know how Martin approached each game and how his deck performed.
For mulligans, in fact, I aggressively mulliganed for either the Mickey Broom combo, Maleficent Friends. I always kept them. If I had none, I tossed the whole thing. And the only card I would keep on top was the Dr. Facilia, the 7 non-inkable one, because it's a beast of a recursion engine. And that was my strategy from the mulligan side. Play-wise, I tried to hit the curve, and yeah, it was not too bad. There are few 1-drops, but I did hit him most of the times. And in the first few rounds, I tried to not fall too much behind because I had a little bit higher curve. And after that, I was questing with my evasive minions. In one game, I had 3 Pongos on the board, and with the other cards, I drew more cards. It was just like flowing, and I ended up the game with like 8 cards in hand because I drew the Facilia as well. So it was more or less get card draw and the rest will assemble itself.
So obviously Martin had fun, but it sounds like even those who were new to the game enjoyed themselves as well.
And of course, the personal highlight was getting to play the game with actual cards, not only with demo decks, but also with the starter decks. And we get to clash against each other and play it all out. That was, of course, the highlight of the night.
And of course, everyone got to keep their starter decks. This also means that with the lifting of the NDA, Lorcana fans get some information they've been clamoring for a long time: the card breakdown of each starter deck. For detailed deck lists and analysis, check the description below for a link to an article by Martin. We'll post it as soon as it goes live. One final highlight of the event was getting to see some new foil cards for the first time. For those not familiar, Lorcana starter decks will feature foil versions of their title cards: Moana and Mickey, Aurora and Simba, Cruella and Aladdin. This is the public's first chance to see some of these cards in their foil versions. Martin even took the time to compare the standard foils to the D23 promotional foils to highlight the differences between the two. And as if all that wasn't enough, as a final treat, attendees received a card signed by game designer Steve Warner, an amazing keepsake. Overall, the NDA portion of the event gave attendees a lot of firsts. A first look at the companion app, the first official Lorcana tournament, the first public knowledge of starter deck lists, and a look at new foil cards. At the end of the day, every attendee we talked to had nothing but great things to say about the experience and the Ravensburger team.
I really loved everything about this pre-launch event. You really felt how much love and hard work they've put to make this event magical and special for us. Like from the get-go with the Lorcana Inc. themed drinks up until the food that was Lorcana Inc. themed as well.
Meeting all the people that are excited for the same game that I am excited for, talking to the staff, talking to other content creators, players, that was the best feeling.
If you enjoyed this event coverage and want to keep up with other Lorcana news, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks to everyone who participated in this video. Links to all of their social media are below.
People that I've seen there, that I've talked to, even the people that I've met for the first time, they said that it should be a great, amazing product and they cannot wait to try Lorcana in the wild.